Ladies and gentlemen, the Presidents.
Abraham Lincoln,
John F. Kennedy,
and Barack Obama.
And what did all three of those presidents have in common?
They were three of the most divisive presidents the world has ever seen.
And introducing your hosts, Ruby Rampage
And Travis Mayhem.
Well, hello, folks, and welcome to this evening's broadcast at NBC News 5 station. As you can see, we are pretty festive and ready for the holidays, and boy, do we have a Christmas present for you. Ruby, do you want to fill them in?
Yes, sir, I do. Okay, folks, so for today's episode, we have a great Christmas special for you guys. We're going to be talking about our presidents, three of the greatest presidents that have ever lived: Barack Obama, John F. Kennedy, and Abraham Lincoln.
Thanks, Ruby. Folks, hope you enjoy. Merry Christmas.
Merry Kwanzaa.
Reporting to you live from New York City, this is Rudy Rampage and Travis Mayhem. As you can see here, we're at the Big Apple with the lights here behind us. Now tonight we want to talk to you about Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, and why he was so divisive. Now during his time, people in our nation really thought he was not a great man. In fact, most of the southern portion of the country thought he was very warlike and brutish. But today, people have actually realized that he was one of the best presidents that the U.S. has ever had. That in part because during the time he was president, there was a large controversy between the North and South, primarily over slavery, and Abraham Lincoln was a man of peace and wanted to make a more perfect union, and he was very successful in doing so. Ruby, anything to add?
Not really. The only thing that I have to add is that if you pay attention to the presidents that we chose for this Christmas special, you'll notice that both of them were presidents during very controversial times. So.
All right. Well, that wraps up about the first segment for Abraham Lincoln. And after this short break, we'll get back to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And hello again, folks. We're back with more of the Christmas special about the presidents. Now, we were talking about Abraham Lincoln, and as you can see in the political cartoon above, Abraham Lincoln is portrayed as an ape-like man. He's his caricature represents a brute, and he is pulling the tail of his competitor for president, and this represents that Abraham Lincoln was meant to lose the presidency, and he was taunting his running mate for the presidency, which is really what the cartoonist during this time was going for. And this was an anti-Lincoln cartoon, which was created by a Southern cartoonist, because during his time the South was mostly against Abraham Lincoln because he was trying to make peace between the North and South. And that wraps it up for Abraham Lincoln. So we'll get back to you in a second for John F. Kennedy. Thank you. Hey folks, we're back from the break, and we're here to continue the Christmas special about the presidents. It is a solid 27 degrees here in New York City, getting a little chilly, but we're not going to stop talking. So, Ruby here is going to talk about John F. Kennedy. Ruby?
Okay, guys, right now we're going to talk about John F. Kennedy. He was the president during the Civil Rights Movement, very controversial movement at the time. The thing with Kennedy was that he was very what's the word that I want to use? Pro-equality. He wanted everyone to have equal rights, and, well, whites didn't want that. They wanted them to be above others. And so at the time he was hated. He was really hated, and after he was assassinated in Dallas, that really changed. Political cartoonists stopped drawing bad images of him, and they all really started loving him, which is ironic because they should have loved him when he was alive instead of when he died. So The political cartoon that I choose for Kennedy was a picture of a coffin that had John F. Kennedy written on it, and then a little girl with the words America written on her shirt, who was obviously mourning. It was a very melancholic political cartoon, and it really showed how much the United States needed Kennedy at the time.
Well, thank you, Ruby. That was very informative. Well, that about wraps it up for John F. Kennedy. Folks, we will be right back with the famous Barack Obama.
Stay tuned. Hey folks, it's Travis Mayhem and Rudy Rampage here. We're here in New York City. It's getting colder as we speak, so we're really going to try to wrap this up real quick for you guys. Right now we're going to talk about President Obama. He's the current president of the United States. And right now the problem with the United States is that the Democratic Party and the Republican Party are really separated. We're kind of at each other's necks at the moment. We're about 50-50 on each side. And the problem with that is that we can't really agree on anything. That's really has to change if we're going to change bills and things in Congress. It's almost an illusion to how the things were when Abraham Lincoln was president, when the North and the South were separated. And we all know that that didn't lead to good things. So here's hoping that the Democrats and Republicans can start working together as we should, since we're the United States of America. Now Travis is going to talk to you about the Obama political cartoon. Travis?
Thanks, Ruby. That was informative once again. Doing a great job.
Thanks.
Okay, well, as you can see in the political cartoon above, the cartoonist was most likely Republican because it bites at Obama's Democratic policies, and basically is suggesting that Obama has two different modes. One is to make very fancy and convincing speeches to his audiences in order to kind of convince them that what he's doing is right and he's the man for the job. And the other mode suggests that he is slow at kind of acting on what he says. Like, he makes these big promises and never really fulfills them. So basically that cartoon is anti-Obama, but that just kind of, again, reiterates the fact that, you know, Republicans and Democrats are kind of neck and neck right now. The debate was pretty obvious answer of that, because there was basically like a 50-50 tie between the votes. So that about wraps it up for Obama. Ruby, anything to add?
No, sir. I think you do an excellent job.
Alright, it is getting mighty chilly up here in New York City, so we are gonna bundle up and fly back down to Dallas and give you guys one final wrap-up for this Christmas special. Thank you.
Good evening, folks. It's Rudy Rampage and Travis Mayhem here in Dallas, Texas. We're here in a hotel suite, you know, just catching up, trying to get a little warmth back after the cold that we spent outside. We really want to thank you guys for sticking with us the whole time, watching that Christmas special, you know, just dealing with us. And well, I really don't know what to say after this, but I love you guys. I really do.
Well, Ruby, that's probably the truest statement you can say. You guys have been such a great audience. Thank you very much for watching our presentation, and we really hope you, you know, you guys have benefited from this. Miss Men, we love you. You are awesome. Thank you for being our teacher. And, Josh
Martel.
Josh.
I recall you saying that your video was going to be better than mine, Rudy Rampage and Travis Mayhem's, but obviously it's not true. You're watching it right now. Ours is way better. Just want to let you know.
Merry Christmas, Joshy.
See you, dude.